good morning. How are you doing? Great. So, today we're going to be talking about the structure of an animal cell, which I understand that you've done some previously of in your lessons in school. So, there are a few things that I think are important to have a good understanding of by the end of this session. So, these are what actually is a cell, what are the components of an animal cell, and what is the function of each component. So, to answer the first question, what actually is a cell, can you please tell me anything you remember from your lesson or any notes you've seen about what a cell is or does? Great, well done. So correct. Cells are the smallest units of life and are the building blocks of living things. All living things are made of cells, and most cells are so small that you can only see them with a microscope. Some cells are made or some things are made up of one cell, like a bacteria, and some things are made up of millions, like people. So you can see the four components of the structure of the cell here on my diagram on the screen. So we've got the nucleus, which is this big brown structure in the middle. We have the cytoplasm, which is the blue surrounding everything in the cell and in this black line. The black line is the cell membrane, and the pink bits are the mitochondria. So it can be quite overwhelming at first, but I'm going to give you an analogy to try and help you remember and think things through. So think about the cell as a city, and then each component is a different part of the city that all work together to make the city work. So if we start with the first component, which is the nucleus, so this contains the genetic material of the organism, which is the DNA, and it controls the activity of the cell. So it tells the cell what to do. So, from your lessons and the diagram on the previous page, can you remember which number is the nucleus? Great, well done. So it's number 1 here, this big structure, and there's only one of it. Fabulous. And if you think in a city, this would be the government. So there's just one of it, and it tells everyone what to do. So moving on to the next one is the cell membrane. So this is the outer layer that surrounds the cell, and it controls what substances can enter and exit the cell. So like before, can you tell me which number, please, would be the cell membrane? Great, well done. Number 3. So that's all the way around the outside here. Number 3. Great. And in our city analogy, you could think of it as a wall that surrounds the city that can decide what can come in and what can leave. On to the next component. You're doing so well, well done. So we've got the cytoplasm. So this is the liquid that makes up most of the cell and is where the chemical reactions take place. Can you think of the type of liquid that might make up most of the cytoplasm? Well done, water. So I'll just write that here for you so you can remember if you want to look back at these notes at another time. But excuse my writing, thank you. Great. And can you remember which number is the cytoplasm? Yeah, well done, number 2. So I'm not going to colour it all in, but it's just everything surrounding all the components of the cell that support it and give the cell some shape. Great, and finally, we've got the mitochondria. So these are the sites of respiration, and they're tiny parts of cells that float in the cytoplasm. So I think you'll be able to do this one definitely, but can you tell me which number the mitochondria will be on the diagram? Number 4, well done. Really, really good. So that's number 4. Fabulous. And can you remember anything about the equation of respiration if you've done that yet? Yeah, so we're turning glucose and oxygen into carbon dioxide, water, and energy, which the cell can use then to do everything that it needs to do. Fabulous. Well done. Oh, and in our city analogy, if you think about the mitochondria as the power plant that gives energy that lets the city run. Great. So, do you have any questions about anything that we've done today so far? No? Fabulous. Well, I think that went really, really well. You really understood everything we did. And next lesson, we can move on to talking about the differences and similarities between the animal cell and the plant cell. So, there are some things that are the same and then some things that are a bit more complicated, but I'm sure that you're going to do really well. Great. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Have a great day. Okay. Bye.